All right, children. Today our session is on pronunciation, and according to IPA is International Phonetic Alphabet. There are two broad categories of sound system that we utter. All right, there are two ways in which we utter. First sound system is called as a consonant sound. All right. First sound systems are called as consonant sounds, and the second sound systems are called as vowels. Vowel, and you need to remember vowel sound and consonant sound. Alright, vowel sound and consonant sound. There are two sound systems broadly categorized. They are called as consonant sounds and vowel sounds. So the difference between the two, as you must have learned in your schooling that in the English alphabet also we have consonants and vowels. There you have A, E, I, O, U as vowels and the remaining set of letters as consonants. However, in IPA, it is not about the vowels. It is about the vowel sounds. All right? Vowel sounds in any language happen to be R, E, E, U, A, I, O, O. All right? So altogether there are 44 sounds or phoneme sounds in English language, 44 sound system in English language, and vowels we have 12 sounds, and the remaining are all consonant sounds. All right. So as you know, basic building blocks of any language happen to be phonetics. So whenever we're talking about a sound system, forget about spelling now. Now English is so weird that it has different spelling and pronunciation is different, right? So do not remember the spellings while we are learning phonetics. Phonetics is about sounds that we utter. So whenever we are trying to find the sound of a particular letter or word or phoneme, what we do is we talk about the transcription. Transcription is all about converting one particular word into a sound. Okay. So English broadly can be divided into under consonant sounds. I'll just write it. I'll stand and explain you. All right. So let's. Consonant sounds. Consonant sounds, and here I'll write down vowels. All right. Consonant sounds are plosives. All right. Next we have fricatives. Then we have affricatives. We have affricatives. Then we have approximates. I'll take this chair out. All right. I'll just show you it. We have approximates, and then the last one is nasal. We call them nasal sounds. All right. So under each, I will tell you what are the sounds. So under plosive is a sound that is uttered by closing one part of the mouth completely and then releasing the air from the mouth. The examples are pa, ba, ta, and da. Alright, the sounds are and ka and da. So you have here pa sound, ba sound, pa sound, ba sound, da sound, ta sound, and ka and ka sound. So they are, I'm going to put it like this. When I actually put these slanting lines, I'm actually transcribing it. Transcribing would mean I'm talking about the pronunciation. So you're not reading it as P, D, G, and K. How are you going to read it? You're going to read it as pa, ba, da, ta, ga, and ka. So these are the sounds. In fricatives, you have sounds released by partial closure of your mouth. Partially closed. You don't completely close. Like pa, I'm closing completely. See? Pa. So I close completely. But fricatives are partial closure of the mouth are, words are, sorry, sounds are fa, wa, tha, the is written like this. Okay, the, sa, za, sha, the, and her. Alright, so the sounds that are uttered with partial closure of our mouth are fa, ba, tha, da, sa, za, sha, and ja and ha. Alright, these are the sounds that come under fricatives. Alright, fricatives. Affricatives are cha, cha, and ja. Cha and ja are written like this. Cha and ja. Cha and ja. If you know Hindi, I just write down here. Cha and ja. Alright. So affricatives are again partial but little more easy to utter. There is less of closure of mouth while we are uttering affricatives. Approximants on the other hand, if you have learned Hindi, you will know. Yara, lava are the approximants. La, ra, ya is written like this, children. The J letter is used as ya sound. Ya and wa. So la, ra, ya, wa. These are the sounds that are called as approximants. The next sounds, the last sounds are nasal sounds. You might understand what exactly are nasal sounds. What are nasal sounds? The sounds that where we use a little bit of our nose. The sounds are na, ma, and like in singing, the way we use in sing. Just have a look now. I'm sure you're able to see the entire thing now. So these are the consonant sounds, and when we utter them, the utterances have to be put in slanted lines. Slanted lines are meant for the sounds we utter. How to utter. Otherwise, we use spellings. Just simply we use spellings. But when we are putting slanting lines, we are actually trying to talk about the utterances of that particular sound. Okay. So these are the sound utterances under consonant. So we will move to vowel sounds. Okay. We will write down what are vowel sounds. Yeah. Can you see? I just have to be sure if you see. Vowel sounds. These are vowel sounds. Alright. What are the vowel sounds? Vowel sounds again are divided into two categories. Monophthongs. Okay. Monophthongs. And the other ones are diphthongs. Okay. They are 12 in number, and monophthongs are vowel sounds which are single in nature. So, and diphthongs are vowel sounds which have continuously two vowel sounds one after the other. See, if I say awa, a and u, pine. If I say pine, a and e, I have used it one after the other. Pa, pa, a and e and n. So pine is a word which has two diphthongs. Two vowel sounds coming together, which are together called as diphthongs. Alright. So here there are monophthongs are. I'll put it in slanted lines. This one is called I. It's called as E. Okay. E. The capital I, small I is called E. This is U. This is U. This is A. This is small O. I will give you examples also. Then you have, when you just touch your vocal cords, you will understand that you're talking from the base voice. So when you say this is the one. All right. Then you have then you have a, like in bats, cats. This is a sound. All right. And this is sound. For cut. When we use cut, we use this sound. A use A plus two dots. We use it for all right. This is the sound, and this is sound. So these are the sound utterances under monophthongs. I will teach you how to transcribe the words after we finish this. Okay, I'll just show you the other part of the board and then go on. So now let's go back to diphthongs. Diphthongs, can you see it on the board? I think I should have. So diphthong sounds, let's write it down, okay? E and ear. When we say ear, E and two sounds, ear. Okay, together. Then now you have A. If I say eight, I use A and E together. A. All right. Air. If I say air, all right, hair. So I'm using A and together. R and E together. When do we use? Tell me. Can anyone say R and E together? Ice. If I have to say ice, how do I use it? R and E together. Ice. There are three phonemes, units of sounds. Phonemes are units of sounds. So if I say ice, we usually say it so easily, ice. But how many units are there in the utterances? R, E, and S. R and E together, they come one after the other. Vowels come together, so they are called as diphthongs. I. Okay. The next one is poor. When we use words like poor, so poor we use, right? U and we use them together. U, poor. This one. Then next sound is O and E. Oil. Boil. When we use boil, right? How do we use boil? E together. There are two sounds coming together. That is vowel sounds coming together after b. O and E. Bo, E. All right. Next one is and U. Next one is ow. If I say out, go out. How am I saying? Though the spelling is O-U-T, but the sound utterance is A and U and T. So A, U and T. So A, U. A and U. The last one is not this, sorry. I forgot. This is A and U. Alright, children. So we are done with the sound utterances. Basically, two kinds of sound utterances we have learned today, and they come under two categories. The first category is consonant sound, and the other category is vowel sound. Under consonant sounds, the sounds that are uttered with some kind of blockages while we are uttering, from our mouth. At one point of our mouth, when there is some kind of a blockage, then it is a consonant. But while we utter vowel sound, what happens is there is no blockage or there is no obstacle on the way of its utterance. Like for example, when I say the sound is just coming directly. There is no blockage in the mouth. But I say fur. So I am blocking the mouth with either teeth or mouth. If I say g, I am actually blocking the air at the throat. So if any kind of blockage is there, then it happens to be under consonant sound. Without blockage, if we actually utter any kind of sounds, they are called as vowel sounds. So I, O, all these are vowel sounds. With this note, I think we have come to the end of today's session, but then we'll have to learn how to transcribe and learn to identify which is a sound. If in case in your examination they ask you to identify any kind of sound or a phoneme, you have to underline or try to make it bolder. So you have very simple exercises that we will do, and we will do the exercises in the next class. All right. So